So today we're getting something that I've long awaited to get for the BRZ installed, which is the Open Flash Performance Flex Fuel Kit. Should be a fairly straightforward process to get this put on, so let's go ahead and get started. The Open Flash Performance Flex Fuel Kit is the only kit on the market featuring XRP components. Typical synthetic lines can break down over time, leaving you stranded or even worse, on fire. Follow the link in the description below to learn more about the Open Flash Performance Flex Fuel Kit. So the first step to the install process is we got to disconnect this line, which should be furthest from the right wheel well. So we'll go ahead and use our line disconnect tool, get this pulled off, and then we'll go ahead and put the new line that runs to the flex fuel sensor in. So I actually cut the disconnect tool in half to make it a little easier to slip it over each side of the line. This isn't something you necessarily have to do, but will just make the process a lot easier when getting this line off. I also used a flathead to provide a little bit of leverage to get that other piece in to disconnect the line. And there we go, the line is off. So we have the line disconnected now. Be sure to get E85 in an open wound as well, that's always really good for it. So the next step in the install process to go ahead and get this little connector on that will adapt the stock fuel line over to the AN lines that we're going to be installing. All right, so our little connect piece on. Let's go ahead and get our line put on. So here's the sensor itself. Basically, our new line is going to run into here. Then our extra line is going to go to this old one as a return, if you will. And that's really all there is to the engine bay process of this install. Super simple. Takes a $5 tool, a little bit of time. And there we go, we got our little fittings on, so now we can just go ahead and attach to the fuel line. So the final step with the whole block and everything with the fuel lines is these two. So essentially this is going to wrap back around, kind of like that. Our pre-existing line, obviously that came with the car, is going to go right there. And then this will set in between and kind of act like the disconnect that this is set up for, and then the AN line that this is. Then now we just want to go ahead and secure the sensor down with like zip ties or something so it's permanently mounted. But there we go. There is the line portion, kind of like the engine bay portion of the flex fuel setup. We still want to go ahead and kind of make sure all the lines are super tight so we don't have any fuel leaks. That'd be a bit of an issue. But yeah, now we just get the harness plugged in, ran through the firewall, and then we get the wiring taken care of, and we should have the kit installed. Cool, so we got our wiring pulled through the little grommet in the engine bay. So now we just got to get the ground hooked up, which is right up here. That little screw right there is going to be our ground. So the red is going to be your switch 12-volt power. The white is going to be your ground. And then this orange is going to be what's going to that for the ethanol control signal. So we have the wiring taken care of. We have the addifuse in, and then we have the ring terminal put on for this ground right here. So now we can move on over to this evap line. We should just have to pull this trim piece off. Just give that a nice tug. There we go, biggity bam. All right, so now we got to get the orange wire to the other side. So I went ahead and got a coat hanger. We're just going to fish it right through. Like that. There we go. Once you go to the other side. Oh, looky there. Our little friend. Give him a little tug. Nice. There we go. Cool. This portion of the wiring process was fairly difficult to film. We're going to be looking for the orange wire with a black stripe. It should be on the ECU connector A35, and it should be in the number 20 pin. It should be fairly easy to distinguish, as it's the only wire that has the black stripe and is orange. Once we've located the correct wire, we just want to cut it and attach it with a bunt connector to the wire that was included with the kit.
Now with the kit installation finished, the last step is to go ahead and get our flex fuel tune flashed to the car's ECU. This process should be identical to any other time you've ever tuned your vehicle with the Open Flash tablet, so just follow the on-screen prompts and go ahead and get the ECU flashed. So there we go, we have the Open Flash Performance Flex Fuel Kit installed and the tune flashed. Now we just got to go ahead and kind of wrap up the tuning process, and then this installation should be complete. The Open Flash Performance Flex Fuel Kit includes everything you would ever need to get this installation completed besides the tools, which I'll have links in the description to pick up everything you might need to get this installation completed. Again, the Open Flash Performance Flex Fuel Kit uses XRP lines and a Continental sensor, which are the highest quality components that money can purchase. This is not something I would cheap out on your car, so I would highly recommend picking up the Open Flash Performance Flex Fuel Kit. I will have a link in the description to where you can pick one up, and as always, I'd like to thank each and every single one of you for watching, and if you'd like to subscribe for more media content such as this, please do and take care.